to do a short little video on food storage in the great outdoors. If you live in a country setting and you have these predators running around called bears. If you live in a small cabin like I do and a lot of people I know, you can't store all of your food inside. It's just not feasible. In fact, there's a lot of stuff you can't store inside. It's just cabins are by their very nature small, and I know that tiny houses, which are really just cabins, have the same issue. You're just where do you fit it in? You know, there's just no room. If you build onto the cabin, well, you don't have a cabin anymore. You got a house. So you have to store stuff outside. That's just the reality of it. And it's not just food. You know, tools, other things that are sensitive. I gotta get my gloves on because it's only about 10 degrees out right now. But what I have found for my own use, the lock ring barrel system is ideal. They're easy to transport. They're very secure. I'm not going to say they're 100% bear proof, but they're just about as good as you can get. They're inexpensive. I've never bought one that was super expensive. I don't think I paid more than $25 a piece for mine. You know, you can haggle on price, but take a look for them. If you see one laying around and it's got the ring on it, a lock ring barrel without the locking ring is kind of worthless as far as food storage goes anyway. But pick it up. You'll always find a use for it. They're so handy to have. This one, like I said, this is the lock ring. This goes on the lid, in between the lid and the lip on the barrel itself, and it locks in place with this bolt here. This even has a nut on it to act as like a lock washer kind of thing. And I also added, had nuts welded on in addition, so that if I ever needed to lock one up with a padlock, I could do that. I could get one with a hasp that would reach through there, or you could put an eye bolt through it and chain it to a tree, because bears, if they can't get into something, they will move it around. Excuse me, I just ate lunch as well. Don't put anything past bears as far as their ability to really mess with your mind, because they will. I don't generally leave mine locked when I'm here, but when I do go into town, I do lock them, even though there's probably no bears out this time of year. It's just kind of a rule of thumb, you know, just secure everything that you can. Never leave food out, ever. Reason being is that if a bear were to come along and find food in your cabin, walls, doors, windows are not going to keep a bear out if it wants in. It will get in, and if it finds food in your cabin, I can guarantee you 100%, because I've experienced it, they will come back, and they will come back daily. They'll make a route, and once you give a bear the idea that cabins have food, no cabin is safe. They're going to say, hey, that looks just like the place where I got that really great meal the other day, and they're going to break into that cabin, and that's going to be a habitual problem with that bear. It's just going to make the route. It's just going to go and try to find another cabin to break into and find food. And even if they only destroy just a little bit of your food, they're going to mess up the rest of it. I mean, they're not going to eat the beans or the rice or the pasta unless it's cooked. But they will spread it around, and then to add insult to injury, they're going to crap on everything. They'll tip your TV off the stand. Anything that they can reach, they will tear off the walls, off of cupboards, you name it. They will go in and wreak havoc on everything you own, and they will do it over and over and over again. So storing your food securely is really important. Like I said, I don't know that anything is 100% secure, but I've never had a problem with these. Like I said, I pick up every one I come across. If I can possibly afford it, I've got 6 now. I don't know that I'm going to need any more than that, but you know, I'm not going to turn one down if I find one for the right price, in good condition, serviceable condition. Like I said, if you're living far out in the country and you have bears, live in a small cabin, or if you're on a remote job site, or if you're on a remote hunting camp, any place where you have to leave your tent or your cabin or whatever for any length of time, it's a good idea to bring some secure storage with you, just for added peace of mind. You don't want to come back and find everything you own wrecked and strewn out over a very, very wide area, because they carry stuff away, they bat it around. I was walking up to a cabin one time, and there was stuff out in the trail 30-40 yards away from the cabin, stuff that's not supposed to be outside, stuff that goes inside the cabin, not outside the cabin. They will just wreak total havoc on the cabin, whatever you have outside that they feel that they can have fun with. And like I said, they get used to it, they seem to enjoy it, quite frankly, but that's just it. Keep it secure. And it's not just the lock ring barrels. I'm not saying that this is the only option for you. There are a lot of different options out there. You just got to recognize them for what they are. I've got a very large, it's not going to be in this video, maybe the next one, it's a very large aluminum U.S. Army surplus battery box, but it's got a very intricate locking system that a bear would not be able to break into. It's waterproof. I had to cut some dividers out of it, but it's got a lot of storage room in it. I can fit two 50-pound bags of dog food in there. It's got a lot of storage capacity. I got that for free, picked it up. Pickup truck toolboxes. You know, you find them that they don't have the keys, or maybe they're dented or a little bit rusty. You know, pick them up cheap, put a hasp or two on them, and there you go. You've got your very first food storage container. And it just, like I said, just use your noodle just a little bit, and you'll start recognizing things that are going to make your life easier if you're living out in the sticks. But anyway, let's go take a look at one of those barrels, and I got to get some stuff out of there to bring into the cabin. So let's go over there and take a look, and you can see the inside of the barrel as well. I've kind of been in a pasta kick lately, so we're going to take in a couple boxes of pasta. Sketty. I don't think we need anything else out of here. Nope, I don't think so. I'm just going to make a really nice spaghetti sauce. And I don't have enough spaghetti to make it worthwhile. Well, anyway, there you have it. The lock ring barrel system is one of my favorites if you're going to need to store a lot of food and sensitive items in bear country, whether you're, you know, homesteading or on a remote work site, something like that. I would highly look into something more secure than just Coleman coolers and boxes and stuff, because that will only cause problems, and the last thing you want is a problem with the bear. It just gets nasty. But anyway, I hope you found that the video was a little bit entertaining and informative. You take care, and we will see you on the next one.